Hello there. Yeah, hello. Hi, Lokedi. I'm not good with names, so I'm not going to pronounce, but like this is a hi back to the person who said hi in the Twitch channel. So yeah, hi, Lokesh. Yeah, I mean, the usernames are like, quite hard for me, so I do not pronounce them. If someone say hi, I just say hi back. But if it's like I know their the original name, so I call them with that. Otherwise, I just say hi. So yeah, and thanks for joining. I think you're not joining for the first time because I think I have seen your name before as well. So yeah, let me know if you're from the fellowship or if you are like outside, someone like not from the fellowship and joining this for like yeah, just let me know. And Yeah, so today what we are going to do is I'm actually waiting for like some folks to join. Meanwhile, we can just talk about random things. And while we are talking, I am setting up few things. And yeah, I see I got some people in the stream. So hey everyone, whoever is watching, please say hi so I know like you are here. I'm not going to ask you anything. Like I'm not going to ask you a lot of questions. Maybe like, where are you from? And Either you are from the MLH Fellowship, either you are a fellow of this batch or previous batch, or you joined by from Twitter. You saw the tweets, so please let me know so that we can talk about that about and. As I said, before we jump into this, I'm just gonna wait for like a few folks, so that yeah. So I'm gonna wait for just a few folks, and once everyone join, we can then start the session. But yeah, I see people are coming. That's good. That's good. Yeah, please let me know if yeah, this is something I seriously want to confirm. If you're watching this, please let me know if I'm perfectly audible and my video is perfectly audible, because for some reason StreamYard just does not like me. So please let me know by typing in the chat section if I'm perfectly audible to everyone. All right. Yeah, seems like we need to have an icebreaker session here so that like you can feel like it's your home or second place. But yeah, so I think we should move on to the session now. So you may have guessed the session from the tweets from if you are one of the fellow, you definitely know this. If you are not a fellow, um, you may still know this from Twitter. So we are going to talk about time traveling in GitHub, and with that, hey, whatever the username is, I do not pronounce usernames. So if you can tell me what's your real name, I will call you with that, because usernames are super hard for me, and I do not want to mispronounce anyone's name, anyone's username. So please let me know what's your original name. What do they call you outside of Twitch, outside of internet, or this virtual world, and I will call you with that as well. And yeah, so today we are going to talk about GitHub time traveling, and the thing is, I let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump into it. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share the slides, and then we are going to jump into it. So let me share my screen, and I can talk about the agenda what we have today, and then we can just start this. So just a second. It's Ritesh. Hi, Ritesh. I mean, see, like the real names are super easy, but the usernames are like super hard for at least for me. Ritesh, Lokesh, these are like super easy. But those usernames, they're like super hard for me, so I do not pronounce them. Like whoever is watching this, please keep this in mind. If I know your real name, I'm going to call you with that. If I don't, I'm just gonna say hi. I just gonna reply the question that you ask. So do let me know what's your real name, and I will call you with that. And I can see I have shared my screen, so that's good. All right, so yeah, I am. So let's start this. Anna. All right, hey Anna. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let's start this. Just a second. Let me quickly set up a few things, and Okay, so this is going to be about time traveling, and so basically, why like if you're wondering what exactly we are going to do, so we are basically discussing and talking about and seeing how to use some of the commands that has to do with the time traveling, which means like. If you have anything, if you want to move back to a commit, if you want to move forward to a commit, etc. So we are going to talk about that, and I'm going to start this with a proper introduction because I forget this every single time. I do not, most of the time I do not introduce Evergreen Fellowship or this stream or the session or even myself. So let me do a proper opening. So hey everyone, let's be serious now. So this is I believe the fourth episode. I'm sorry, I do not remember because we didn't do this last week for XYZ reason. But yeah, this is I believe the fourth episode of. I'm not sure if it's third or fourth. Please forgive me. But that's the X episode of GitHub series, which we are doing. And most probably this is like the second last or third last episode. After this, we are going to do something super interesting. You will know that in Twitter. So please make sure that you follow either me or MRH, or maybe both of the Twitter handles. So this series is all about GitHub. If you have missed the previous stream, or if you are watching this for the very first time, please tune into YouTube, MRH YouTube channel, and you can see all of the previous recordings there as well. And I'm Asran. I'm known as Khatak Dev on the internet, and I work at Fellowship. So this is a series of on GitHub, which I will be hosting. I am actually hosting. So let's just jump into it. Sorry about that. All right. So now let's jump into the agenda. I will talk about like what we are going to do in this session. So the agenda is we are going to discuss these commands actually. And what are these commands? We are going to discuss Git Checkout, Git Restore, Git Reset, Git Revert. These four commands are like this whole stream is all about these four commands. We are going to discuss these four commands. Let me know how many of these commands you already know. Just type the number. If you just know like Git Checkout, just type 1. If you know like all of them, type 4. Just let me know like so that I have an idea of like who are the audience here today. So please let me know if you know the commands. How many commands you know. And so we are going to talk about these commands: Git Checkout, Git Restore, Git Reset, Git Revert. One quick thing, I am not sure. I have a background music going on, so I'm not sure how good, like how loud or how low it is. So since you are the audience, please let me know. Either it's too loud, either it's perfect, or like either it's like low. Like let me know so that I can. If it's too loud, I can adjust it so that you can hear me perfectly. So Ritesh is saying only Git Checkout. So, well, in that case, Ritesh, you're going to run 3 more commands. And believe me, these are like super awesome commands. And you will love me for this. Audio and video quality is great. Thanks. You two are great. Okay. I'm not sure why I'm coughing today. All right. So again, we are going to discuss these commands. So we are going to do this one by one, and let's just jump into it. So we are going to start with the Git Checkout. I am going to explain what can you do with these commands, and then we are going to do the practical in Visual Studio Code or in a project. So let's start. So the very first thing is Git Checkout. What is Git Checkout? What does it do, and how to do? Um, I have shared an example, but this is like one of the example that you can do to like do any one of these. So Git Checkout is like all in one. It can do multiple things, and the things it can do is like creating a new branch, switch to a new branch, move to a specific commit, undo changes. Git Checkout is something that exists for a long time, which is why I expect most of you already know this. But if you do not know this, so you will know this by the end of the stream. But yeah, this is a command that like do a lot of things, that does a lot of things. So we are going to discuss this the very first, like this is the very first part of our stream. So we are going to see how to create a new branch, how to switch to a new branch, how to move to a specific commit, how to undo the changes. And keep in mind that the undo changes part is about the changes which are not stretched, which are like unstretched changes. So that is those changes you can undo that. So yeah, as I said, I will be opening my Visual Studio Code, and we are going to do this there. So let me open it. And yeah, so let me open this in. I have to actually. So just me a second. Give me a second. Let me navigate to my Visual Studio Code and let me open maybe CTCI. Yeah, this is a project of fellowship internal where I am doing a series on cracking the coding interview, where we talk about different kind of data structures, etc. You can see recursion and verbose out. So yeah, I'm going with this project. So and we are going to do a few things. Okay, so we are going to discuss all those things. So the very first thing is, as I said, you can create a new branch. So if I do git branch at the moment, get branch. So there is just one main branch. Now the very first thing is you can create a new branch with Git Checkout. As I said, it's like all in one command that does a lot of things for you. So if you want to make a new branch, what you can do is usually you do it with like git branch and then the branch name, etc. New, but if you want to make it with using the Git Checkout, so you can do Git Checkout, and then you have to use an argument, pass an argument that is -b, and then the name of the branch. So I can call this maybe what should I call this? Ritesh, since you are answering me, I'm gonna name it with your name, Ritesh. See how good I am. Yeah. So I just made a new branch, and I also moved to this new branch, which is switch to a new branch. So currently I'm now in Ritesh branch, and if I do git branch, I have the main branch and I have Ritesh branch. So that's like how you can move to another branch. And if I and the second thing was you can also move to different branches. So like this was creating a new branch and then moving to that branch. But what if I already have a branch and I do not want to move that to that branch? I want to I just want to move the branch to the branch I already have a branch. So in this case, I can just do git checkout main, and it will move me back to the main branch. And now I am I'm on the main branch. As you can see, I switch to the main branch. And if I do git branch, I can see now I'm on the main branch. All right, so that is like super simple how you can create a new branch and move to that branch, or how you can move to new branch which already exists. If the branch doesn't, like, what if I explain this, it actually means to like this -b means that if the branch, let's make sure to try this with already existing branch. If I again do this, let's see what happens. If I do get checkout -b this, let's see what happens. Yeah, a branch name already exists. So this -b argument basically give it a hint that If this branch does not exist, make it. If it exists, give an error, which is a branch name, then the branch name already exists. So yeah, and if the branch does not exist, so you can do git checkout Hitesh, and that's it. Git checkout main. I take too much time naming branch unless a repository has some naming convention. I think that's the case with me as well. But what I do is that if I usually make an issue for the branch when I'm working, and I just name it with that. So for example, I will do git checkout maybe something like 99 or issue 99, something like that. So you can use that if it doesn't have any naming convention. Because like every new branch that you create on GitHub has a unique number, so you can use that unique number to refer to that. Yeah, this is what I do. And yeah, so this is how you can make a new branch and move to that branch, or if the branch already exists, so you can move back to that branch. Now moving on to move to a specific commit and undo changes. So how exactly can we move to a specific commit? I hope that the text or this is perfectly visible to everyone. So how can we do that? So all right. So if I do git log -- one line, I get all the logs, which is so I get all the logs with one line, like without having a lot of pages. So here I have like these 3 commits. This is not a huge file, so it has just 3 commits. Now, if I want to move to a specific commit, for example, if I want to move to this commit and just move there and see like what happened there, I can do this. Like imagine if you wanted to move to like the code that happened 6 months ago. So like just get the commit hash code. And you just need like the first 7, how many it is, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, you need the first 7 digits, the first 7 alphabets, digits, whatever it is. So you just need that, and you can simply do git checkout and then the commit hash, and you are there now. So if I see the explorer now, you see like that recursion folder I had, that doesn't exist anymore. I mean it does, but I'm on in like my head, not my head. The head of the Git is now currently set at this commit, which means that whatever changes I had, or whatever code I had at this point, only that exists here. Let me see if I can give you an idea from here. I don't think so. I was actually this doesn't represent it in a very good way, so I cannot show it exactly. But yeah, now I'm on like, if I do git log -- one line again, I just have this add sorting algorithm, add sorting algos. Now if I want to move back, this is something that I recently learned and I found out super cool. If I want to move back to hi again, Lukesh. So yeah, if I want to move back to the head branch, the original head, like the last commit, and I do not know what was the commit, like what was the branch name. If I do not know that, like what to do. One way is to like maybe like this is something possible. Like in this case, let's say I do not know the name of this branch. Or maybe if you move to another branch and you forgot what was the previous branch and you want to move back. So what you can do in that case, hey Tenno, I assume you're the Tenno that I'm thinking about. So yeah, please let me know if you are that one. So here now, if I want to move back to the head branch, or like the head of the previous branch, how do I put this exactly? The head of the branch I was previously. How to do this? You can do simply git switch -- git switch dash, and this takes you to the head of the branch you were before. And now you can see I'm on the main. This is a super awesome command. I absolutely love this command. And this is like one of my favorite git command. For example, if I move to git checkout Ritesh, if I move to Gitesh branch, and I forgot what was the previous branch I was on, what I can do simply is git switch dash, and I'm now back on the main branch. So this is like super awesome command, and I absolutely love this. So that's how you can do this. Moving on to the third part, fourth part, which was undo changes. Now, as I said, the undo changes part is about like unstage changes, which is not in the staging area. So let's see that. Let me add something here. Maybe I can do something here. I go there, remove me, and I can maybe make a new file here, remove.js. Um, remove me if you can. All right. So I have completely new file here, and I have the fact.js, which is modified. If I do git status, I have untracked file and changes not committed. And both of these are like unstaged at the moment. Like these changes are not in the staging area. So if I do git checkout and then give a specific file name, for example, if I also do some changes here as well, maybe something random. I just want to show you, give you an idea of like how it works. I have these files. So for example, if I want to, you did like a lot of changes, and now you want to remove those changes, maybe from a specific file. For example, I do not want the changes that I did in the sum.js. I want to remove that. So what you can do is git checkout and then the file name. So in this case, it's recursion / sum.js. If I do this, you can see the sum.js that change is removed. So that's one way if you want to like be specific. Other way is if you want to remove other changes. Git checkout dot where dot always means like everything, whatever you have, everything. Git checkout dot, and it removes everything from here. And now I do not have this like these things here anymore. Now you see here like whatever changes I made, that doesn't exist here anymore. But remove.js, this still exists. That is because this is completely new file, because this was modified, which means that if you modify a file, only that will be restored. If you have a new file, completely new file, that will not be restored. And it makes sense. I mean, if you make changes here, it's kind of hard to like get an idea of like what changes you made. So you can reset that with git checkout dot. But if you completely make a new file, it's quite obvious that you made this new file. So new file means everything you have there, that is something that you did after the last commit. So that's something quite obvious. So even if git checkout dot doesn't work on this file, you can remove this by just right click and integrate. Yeah, so that is something quite obvious. So yeah, this is how like how you can do those four things in using Git Checkout. Let me know if this makes sense. If you have any question, I'm always open to questions. All right. Yeah. So, okay, moving on. I'm not sure why you folks are not like always on the silent mode. I mean, talk to me. Let's have a fun conversation. Thanks, Sri. Obviously it makes sense to you. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about the next thing, which is get restore. So get restore, and get restore is something that like isn't that old, so you will not find it in like a lot of the blog articles, etc. But what we can do with get restore, so basically you can do like these three things. It takes you to the previous commit. It can take you to the previous commit without committing the changes. What it means is to basically remove that. It can undo the changes, just like we signed the git checkout, and it can unstage the changes. For example, if you add something to the staging area, like if you stage some file, you can remove this. And again, this is like just one example. If you do get restore file name, so it will restore it. Now let's see how it works. So what I can do here is that maybe I can make a completely new I can actually make a complete new folder here. CD code mkdir time travel, and I'm going to close this. I'm going to do everything here because I do not want to mess up with that file. I'm going to open this. So go time travel. But now you know this, Ritesh. So yeah, feel free to use it. But I would suggest you to maybe like be specific and use like these other commands rather than using Git Checkout, because like these are the new commands. So yeah, but yeah, it's good to know that now you know that you can do other things with that as well. Okay, I'm gonna make some maybe like file.txt and we go there, and I'm gonna do git init and add this as first commit. Please do not judge me on the basis of my commit names. This is just for the testing. This is not a production, or this is not an actual code. So if I even give some dummy names, please forgive me and please don't judge me. Thank you. All right. Oops, something happened to my screen. Okay. We are back. Just let me confirm. Are we? Yeah, we are back. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is I'm gonna make some dummy comments. Hi there. Go again. I'm gonna give a shout out to V. So hello V. Second commit maybe. And now I have 2 commits. And again, please don't judge me on the basis of these commit names. These are just for the testing. All right. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to talk about like how to reverse it, how to restore unstaged changes, how to restore to a specific version, like how to restore to a previous version, remove files from the staging area. Let's first start with like removing file from the staging area. I can make a new file, remove.txt. I'm going to call it remove.txt, and I will be removed from the future. And I know this, I will be removed. Let me add this to the staging area. I always do git add dot, which means like whatever files you have, add it to the staging area. If I do get status, I have this. And I can like I have this remove.txt here in the staging area, and I'm going to remove this with using git restore. And it also like Git actually gives you a hint as well, that is git restore dash stage file name to unstaged, and that is what you can do if you want to remove a file from a staging area. How exactly can you do this? That is to do git restore dash stage and then the file name. Here we have remove.txt. If you have multiple file names, you can add that. If you want to remove everything from the staging here, you can do that as well by just typing, by just having dot, and that will remove everything. But if I do get remove stage remove.txt, and if I do get status again, now it's considered as an untracked file. So that is how you can remove a file from staging area. All right. So that is how you can remove from a staging area. Now, moving on, I remove this from a staging area. I also want to remove this completely. So what I can do is if I do git restore remove.txt, remove.txt, what happened here? Git restore dot. It doesn't match any git file. Oops, I think I am missing something. Just a second. Get status. I think this is in the other command. Yeah. So let me try this one again. Once again. Git restore is not working. All right. So okay, let's get back to this in a while. We can try another one. Meanwhile, if anyone knows what mistake I'm doing, please let me know. Let's try the other one, and then we can get back to this one. And that is if you want to restore a specific, like if you want to restore to a specific version, for example, I'm going to add this file for now. And again, we will check this, like why is this not working? Add remove file. So if I do git status now, I don't have anything here. But I want to remove this. If I do git log dash dash one line, I have these things here. I want to go to the, like, I want to remove this commit here from now, from here. I do not need this. So what you can do here is I'm going to copy this, and then do git restore dash dash source. Keep in mind that dash dash source is important if you want to restore a specific version of the file or everything. And then you can do, so you can either give a commit name, like this. I think I do not need this commit name. I need to have like the previous one because I want to restore to the previous branch. That is git log dash dash one line. This one. You can add this commit name, but there is another way to do this, with which you do not need to like copy the commit hash code. That is git restore dash dash source head one. So basically, like this, you have head the branch, like the last commit, and then from the previous one is considered as head tilde one, and the previous one is considered as head tilde two, and the rest goes on. So you can use this as well. All right. And if I do head dash one, oops, I have to restore. So let me actually fix this everything. Checkout dot. Okay, I have this here. If I do git, yeah, so I have everything here. Now I want to move to this. I want to move back, and I want to remove this. So what I can do here is git restore dash dash not source, not stage, source head tilde one, and then the file name. So remove .txt. And if I do this, you can see remove .txt has been removed. And that is how it works. So now if I do git log dash dash one line, I still have this, but I have removed this. So I move to a specific branch. I move to a specific commit, which is this. And now, I mean, this still exists, but I removed this. And this is the version of this commit. And I can now commit this by doing git commit, but I'm not going to do this. If I do git status, I can now restore this again by using git restore remove.txt. But the idea was to give you an idea that git restore dash source, then commit the commit, and then the file can give you the version of that file. For example, if I do dash source head tilde 2 file.txt, if I go to file.txt, you can see it just has hello there. It doesn't have that other thing. So that is like it like this way. I removed what was in the second commit in the file.txt. So you have to make sure that you provide the commit name, like the commit, and then the file as well. And this way you can get that file to that version, like what was the code, or what was the situation, or what was the condition of the file in that commit. You can take it there. But I do not need this, so I'm going to do git restore file.txt. All right. And here we again have the shoutout for me. All right. And before this, we tried a command which was failed, which was git restore dot. I think I was doing it wrong. So let me have something here. So let me add something like something random. I'm going to just type random. And I think I have to pass the file name here. So if I do get restore, I hope this works. File.txt, get restore file.txt. Yeah, this works. So you have to give the file name, and then it works. And this is what I just did. So again, if you do get restore file name, that removes the unstaged file or untracked file. If you do get restore dash staged file name, it removes the staged file, like everything that's the file that is in the staging area. And if you do get source, get restore source commit name, and then the file name, it restore it to that version from the committed file. So yeah, these are like the three things that you can do. I can maybe make a sheet for this, a PDF sheet, and then share this with you folks. Let me know if you want me to make a PDF sheet and then share it, and I will definitely make it. If someone just show their interest, I will make it. I wish I would say I would have said except for we. All right, I will definitely make it. Okay, moving on. So we are just left with the two commands. So let's also discuss that. That is get reset and get revert. So talking about get reset, basically what get reset does is that it's all about the committed files. So there are two types of reset. One is the regular reset, and the other one is hard reset. In a regular reset, you remove the commit or you move back to a specific commit, but you still have the changes in your files, which means that even if you want to like again commit it, or if you want to like commit some of the files, some of the changes or something like that, you can do that. Whereas hard reset is remove the version, go back to that specific version or that commit name which you provided, and also remove everything that is that was in that commit. Let's see it in action. So I'm going to open again my Visual Studio Code, and we're talking about get commits here, get restore here. So how should we do this? I have removed .txt. I will be removed. I'm from the future. Okay, it's time to remove this. So if I do get log dash dash one line, I have this, and I want to move to this commit, this one, second commit. So what I can do, get reset commit name, and if I pass this file is again this file is again an untracked file. And if I do get log, now here is the difference between get restore and get reset. When I did get restore source, like this part, there was no changes in the logs. But if I do get log one line now, there is a change here. The head is now set to second commit. There was a third commit as well, which was and the head was set to that. But now that is not the case. We have the head set to the second commit. Now what does that mean? That means that commit was completely removed. Now this is a very important point. That commit was completely removed. So this is something that you should like this command get reset is something that you should use with if you're using this, you must know what you're doing, because I suggest you to use this command get reset if and only if the changes you're making or the commit that you're removing is something that's just available in your local machine or in your local repository, and that is something you have not pushed to the remote repository. Otherwise, if you're pushed to the remote repository and you're doing this, you're changing the history or you're changing the commit history, and it's going to affect your whole project. So if it's something that is not pushed to the Git repository before, in that case you can use this because it just exists on your machine. Otherwise, I do not recommend you to use this. There is a way to fix to do this if you still want to remove the commits. I'm going to talk about this in Git reset. But yeah, you should not use this. All right. If what I did now, git reset, give it a commit name, and what I did is remove that commit, but I still have the changes from that commit, which means that if I still want, I can commit this again, and I'm going to commit this again to do the hard reset. And I'm going to call this add remove file, I remove hard to remove it again because I'm going to remove it again. Okay, so now let's see what is a hard reset. So if I do git reset dash hard, and again give the commit name. This is the hash code of the second commit. If I do this, now here you see remove.txt is completely deleted as well. Now what does this mean? This means like, and if I do git log one line, in so talking about the commit history or the logs, it's the same. It behaves the same. The regular commit or the soft commit and the hard commit. But in case of files, if we talk about the files, the regular commit or the soft commit reset, not the commit. That keeps the changes. The changes are stay there. If in case you want to do it again, commit it again. But in case of hard commit, a hard reset. I keep saying commit. It's reset, not commit. In case of hard reset, the file is also removed, which is like if I remove this, so like I do not have that file anymore. So that is the difference between hard reset and soft reset or regular reset. That hard reset removes the changes as well. Regular reset have the changes, but it removes the commit. So yeah, and again, make sure that you know what you're doing when you are using this command. If you have the changes already on the Git repository, GitHub repository, remote repository, do not try to don't use this. Otherwise, you will mess up the whole history. And everyone's local version as well. Whoever has this, and then you will have to do force portion or those kind of things to fix this. And that's going to be like a lot of work. So yeah. And you want to impress your manager, your team with these commands, not to like make troubles for them. So yeah, don't use this if it exists, if the remote repository exists there, has those commits which you're getting. Now what to do if you have these changes? I mean, if you have, again, let me make a remove.txt. I will be removed again. I feel bad for remove.txt now. All right. So now what to do? So we talked about git reset. Now the last thing, git revert. So if, for example, if you have those changes post to the GitHub and you want to remove those changes, restore those changes. So in that case, you can go for git revert. Otherwise, you can go for git reset if it is just in the local repository. But if it is in the remote repository as well, so in that case, you can go with the git revert. So let's move back. Yeah, let me commit this. The name is add remove.txt. All right. So if I do git log one line, now I have this. Now imagine these changes also exist in the remote repository, and I want to remove this commit because this has some bugs or something like that. Now, how to do this? What's the best approach? I have the best practice. So in this case, you can do git reset. Sorry, it is git revert, not reset. So it's going to be git revert and then the branch name, the commit name. So if I do git revert commit name, I get into Vim and I have to. So this is the next commit that's going to be added. So by default, it's this reverse second commit, and I can just like save it as it is. And now, oops, I actually removed the wrong commit. I removed the shout out that I gave to me, and this is still saved. That's because I picked the second commit hash code. But if I now do git log -- one line, you can see I have first commit, second commit, add remove.txt, and then I have revert second commit. Let's see what happens if I like revert this as well. So if I do git revert this, revert second commit, it's like recursion. When I save this, I again have the shout out. And if I do git log -- one line, so yeah, first commit, second commit, add remove.txt, revert second commit, revert second commit. and which is why I have this. So in the second commit, I added this line. In this commit, I removed this line, and then in this commit, I again added this. So if the files are if the changes if the commit is already available in the remote repository, in that case, please go with this command. If it does not exist there, it's just your local repository. In that case, you can go with the other command, which was restore. It was reset, not restore. So yes, so this is like, yeah, again giving you a quick idea what we just discussed. So we just discussed about Git Checkout, which can be used to do like creating new branches, switch to a new branch, switch to an existing branch, move to a specific commit changes, undo changes, etc. Which can do like a lot of things. Git restore takes you to the previous commit. Make sure that you specify the file name. Undo the changes. Make sure you specify the file name. Unstage the changes. Make sure you specify the file name. I think in the unstaging changes, you do not need to specify the. Like you can do it without specifying the changes. Let's see it. So if I save this, I add it. If I do git status, I have this. So if I do git restore, that's just stage, and I do dot. Did it work? Did it work? Yeah, it worked. So yes, you can do this. This actually it works as well. I get restore dot. So you do not need to provide the file. I'm not sure why it was not working when I was trying it for the very first time. Maybe there was some mistake, but yeah, you got the idea. And then we talked about git reset, where we have regular reset and hard reset. And this is something that you should only use when you have when you're doing when the changes you have is in the local repository and not in the remote repository. Otherwise, you will mess up the whole Git history and the log, etc. And then we talk about revert changes, how you can revert the changes. So I mean, if it exists in the remote repository, so in that case, what to do? And that is to use this command, git revert, because it adds a new commit rather than like completely deleting that commit. And yep, that is pretty much it for this session. Please let me know how it was for you. If you learned something, if you learned like maybe just a one commit, just a one command, or just like maybe a little bit from this whole session. So yeah, I initially talked about like fellowship. I use this word fellowship. So I mean, if in case you are not sure like what is fellowship, MLS fellowship, and you're wondering what exactly it is, and you want to know the answer for this, so I am here to help you with this. So I'm going to share a link with you. This is like this link you can check. So basically, MLS fellowship is a 12 weeks of program where you can get into real-world development programming, and you can get a chance to work with some good companies, which include Facebook, GitHub, Amazon, BentoML, American Express, companies like these. So yeah, you please visit the website, which is hackp.ac/fellowship.live, where you can get to know more about the fellowship. Our admissions are currently open, and I would love if you apply for it, and then we can talk more about when you become a fellow. I mean, of course, we can talk without, even if you're not a fellow. But yeah. And one last thing, which most of you do not do this, but again, I'm going to ask you if you can please be a good friend of mine, although I do not know whoever is watching, except for me. I know he's watching. He's still watching. If you can figure out this quick survey, which I promise is going to take 20 seconds of your life, but it will help me. It will help me to improve the upcoming sessions. And if you have any suggestion, please add it in the optional section. But this survey is going to take you like 20 seconds of your life. So please figure it out right now. And I would, yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. But yeah, please do figure it out right now. so that I can see the responses and I can improve the upcoming session based on your responses. It was great and fun session. Got to run many commands. Miss Revert because of connection. Watch it again. Thanks, Kitesh. I'm glad you learned something new. Definitely watch the recording, which will be available on Twitch and YouTube as well. Twitch doesn't keep it for like maybe more than 1 week, so you can go for YouTube and yeah, let me know how it was for everyone else as well. And yeah, please do fill this survey. I'm here. I'm not going to end the stream you um, until you figure out this survey. So I am waiting for everyone to figure out this survey and then we can end the stream. But I will let you enjoy the music with a good volume and I will stop talking. I can talk for like maybe the next 10 minutes like this. I'm gonna talk some random things so that we avoid the awkward silence, and I convince you to figure out this survey because I really want you to figure out this survey because this is super important, super important for me. It helped me to improve the sessions. So yeah, please fill out this survey. Let me actually check how many responses I got. I have to stop sharing my screen for this. Why I did not get my Docker here? Oops. Okay, I have it here, so I'm gonna stop it and let me actually see how many responses I got. Just a second. So yeah, I'm not gonna say the exact number, but yeah, I will get a good idea of like how many responses I got. I did got some responses, but it's not as many as the live audience we have. So yeah, still some of you have not filled this, so please fill this out right now, and I will then set you free so you can do anything you want, and I will then end the stream. So again, please fill out the survey. And if you have any topic for the future in mind about GitHub, Git version control, please let me know right now, and we can schedule a stream on that, and we can talk about that. And yes, so that's pretty much it for today's session. We will come up. I will come up with something super interesting for the next week. At least that's what I'm planning. You're gonna love it. It's going to be something about like kind of like getting into that .git folder, that hidden folder you have, and understanding like what it is. So we will have something like that hopefully in the coming week. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. I hope you are as well. But we're going to talk about that. But again, if you have any topic in mind about the GitHub, let me know in the chat. That's it. I'm gonna let you enjoy your rest of the day. So yeah, have fun. Have a good day, everyone.